Welcome to RPGuru Tech Talk. My name is Renu Prasad. This is the 8th video in the series of Salesforce Learning Journey. In the previous videos, you've learned how to create custom object fields, how page layouts and lightning record pages can be used, how to add filters to the lightning record page to show some buttons and don't show some buttons and stuff like that. In this video, we look at validation rules and formula fields. So this will help you keep your data more clean, as well as help the users from saving data without having the correct information. Let's make your Salesforce smarter and more efficient. Let's take a look. I'm using the same playground developer org which I'd used previously to create the custom objects and page layouts and lightning record page. So here is the current set of buttons and the lightning record page for one of the sample records I had created for the custom object RPGuru Tech Talk. And then let's take a look at the fields that are there in this custom object in the setup page of the custom object. If you see, these are the fields we have, and we have used these fields to be added to the page layout, and also we looked at lightning record pages. We also looked at compact layouts that we created. I showed you some creating some buttons and actions, and also created compact layouts for your highlights panel. In this video, we will take a look at how to make the users enter the correct data and make sure that the record's not saved without the important data in the record. So let's take a look at the current record. Let's do one thing. Let's create a new record. Go to the tab of the object and then say new. I'm going to put a subscriber name, and then let's put a sample like Tom Moore, and then description as YouTube subscriber, and then click on subscribed. So here, I'm saying clicking on subscribe, but not going to enter a subscription date and an email address for the user. And I'm able to save it, because the problem is I'm saying subscribe, but I don't have any information of when the user got subscribed, and also doesn't have an email. So this data is not complete for me. It has a problem. So let's see how we can fix this and make sure the users cannot save a record. We use a concept called validation rules. I'm going to create a new one. Say I'm going to click on new and enter a validation rule like a subscriber subscription date required, or so let's do that. Subscription date required as the rule name. And once you enter that, it also default adds an underscore, because rule name has to have underscores in it. And I'm also putting a description saying subscription date is required if subscribed is checked, which is basically if a user subscribed, we want to know the subscription date when the user subscribed. So I'm going to keep that and also use that for my error message. But before that, I'm going to copy and paste a formula which says, as long as the subscribed is true, make sure the subscription date is populated. I'm putting the error message also for the same thing. I'm going to save it. So it basically means there has to be a subscription date if the subscribe checkbox is checked. So now, once I save it, let's go back and create a new record. Okay. So I'm going to go back to my app and go ahead with creating a new record for the for testing this new validation rule I just created. So I'm going back to my app. So once I do that, I'm going to say new and enter a subscriber name. Let's see, any name is fine. So I'm going to say Ram Sharma and YouTube subscriber. Click on subscribe. I'm going to say save. When I do that, it's going to give me an error. So if you see, I click on save, there is an error that pops up saying subscription date is required. So unless I populate this, it's not going to save the record. So I'm going to put a date to it and say save. But there is still a problem. Let me show you what happens. So I said yes. So subscription date is populated now. The only issue is I need an email address too, because this data is not complete. If a user subscribed, I need an email address too. So now let's go back to the setup page of the object and create one more validation rule. This time I'm going to make a rule saying subscriber email is required for the same concept of subscribed checkbox is checked. So we want the user to enter an email address to make it valid for the record to be valid for a subscribed user, so that we can communicate to the user if we need an email address. So either an email address or phone number. In this scenario, we don't have a phone number, so I'm using just email as the required field, and that's the only way I'm going to communicate for now. In the future, we may add a phone number as a field and use that. So I'm going to put the error message. I'm going to paste the formula just to save time. You can see that what I'm saying here is, as long as subscriber is checked, we should make sure that the subscriber email is not blank. So now I say save it and then go back to my app page. And now let's go back and see if you see click on the validation rules, you can see both are active. There were two that I created in this demo. Both are active. So if they're not active, the validation rule will not kick in. So I made sure that both are active. I say I can go back to my app and hit new. Once I hit new, I'm going to give a new subscriber name, Jane Doe, YouTube subscriber, subscribed. I'm saying I'm going to save. If you see now, it will give me two errors. One is the subscription date and the subscriber email. Both have to be filled up. So I add the subscription date and forget to save the subscriber email. So when I hit save, it gives me the error saying subscriber email is not populated. So I'm going to put a subscriber email. And then once I do that, that means the data is complete now. I hit save. It should allow me to save. So basically now the data is more clean, and it's forcing the user to enter the required data before saving it. So this is how you make sure, using validation rules, how to make the data being entered valid. There's one more thing we need to look at. So we want to do some calculation behind the scenes when I enter data to create some calculated fields. So I'm going to use a formula field. So I'm going to say new and then a formula field. I'll give the name as, let's say, I'll give it as subscriber status. And I'm going to say the return value is a text. So once I do that, I'm going to hit next. And in the next page, I'm going to give a formula. Or if say subscribe, it means active. If not subscribed, it's inactive. So I'm going to check syntax, make sure the formula is correct. There's no error. I'm going to say and hit next. And now if you see, it'll ask me if I want to make it visible for all the profiles. I say I just default it. I don't change anything here. Hit next. And when I hit next, it'll say which layout you want to add it to. So I'm going to say there's only one layout here. I've added it to the layout. If you see the page layout. Now before that, let me create one more field, which basically calculates the age of the subscription. That is based on the subscription date. I'm going to make sure that I have a calculated field. So I'm going to enter a subscription age. So that will tell me how far back the user has subscribed since. So I'm going to say the return value is number and hit next. When I hit next, it'll again ask me for the formula. I'm going to enter the formula as today. The formula is basically saying if the subscription date is not blank, if it's blank, it's the value is null. Otherwise, today minus subscription date is the calculation. I check syntax, everything's good. So now I hit next. So now when I hit next, it's going to ask for the profile and the layout text. And once I do that, if you go back to the fields, I hit save now. Once I do that, if you see there are two new fields on the page, in the list of fields, two formula fields. I'm going to the page layout and make sure that they are there because I said added default. So it's already added. If I go to the page layout editor, it's there, the subscription status and subscription date. I'm going to move it around. I'm going to move to the right side, those two fields. And then once I do that, I'm going to save this page layout. And then I'm going to save it. So if once I save it, let's go back to the app page and open one of the records to see whether the calculated values and the required formula fields are working. So I'm going to the oldest one, which is RP, the first one I created 19 days ago. So if you see, it shows active because it's a subscribe, and also subscription age is showing as 19.00. We need to make some changes here. I'm going to go back to the fields and update the formula field for subscription age. I'm going to remove the decimals. So if you scroll down, I hit edit and scroll down to the section where it gives a number and the decimal places. I'm going to make it 0. So once I make it 0 and go back to my app page and look at the record again, I'm going to reload the page. You see that it's changed it to 19 without decimal. So you saw by adding a few rules and formulas, we made our object smarter, cleaner, and more powerful. Hope this video helps you. Talk to you soon. Thank you.